Hey guys, it's Blade Slicer. Welcome back to Powered Up Fridays. Today we actually have my favorite character ever, which is Oga Tatsumi from Beelzebub. Alright, so pretty much I'm gonna just say the real quick thing about Oga. Alright, so pretty much Oga is a strong fighter, and he's first introduced as beating up some fellow classmates and then making them bow down to him because they had attacked him in his sleep. He was picked to become Beelzebub's parent as he possessed the qualities of the ideal parent for the future demon lord. Strong, arrogant, and thinks nothing of fellow man. In addition to all this, Oga also seems to take pleasure in tormenting others. But throughout the series, he gains new friends and alters his personality. So pretty much the story starts where, like I said before, he was making his classmates bow down. So pretty much he's a delinquent who's widely known for his huge amount of strength, and pretty much he beats everyone up. And old man floats down a river in the middle of all this action, and he splits open, and the demon lord baby pretty much hops on him, and he has to keep the baby, and as the baby gets older, the baby will destroy humanity. And Olga doesn't like this, and he wants to just give the baby to someone else, and that's when the story goes through. So now onto his powers and abilities. So Olga's an expert hand-to-hand combatant. Even before meeting Baby Beal, he's only used unarmed combat to fight. He uses street brawling and is already inhuman strength to win fights. He also knows a lot of wrestling moves like the German suplex and Boston Crab. But now that Beelzebub is with him, his strength is even further enhanced with demonic energy. And usually he creates crazy names for his attacks, even though they're just regular moves. Alright, so he usually develops a lot of moves from other things. So he even has Street Fighter techniques. So the Street Fighter techniques he has is the Psycho Crusher, the Shoryuken, the Yoga Chop, the Rocket Punch, and the Flash Kick. Alright, so his finishing moves is Super Rocket Punch and Infinity Rocket Punch, which they're both just regular punches. He also becomes a martial artist later in the series. So he becomes upset that he can't protect anyone and decides to take formal training from this girl, some girl character's grandfather. And this, like, Shingetsu style is what it's called. It enables him to split stones and even boulders bigger than himself. So he has abilities where, like Nareshiko, which is a technique where the user focuses his or her power completely on a single spot. This technique is also known as the armor piercer, and it allows things to be completely obliterated pretty much. And he's also a weapon specialist, so he can use things such as crossbows and short swords. Alright, so he has stuff like, he's a spell master, and he uses like spells and Zebel emblems, which are little symbols that pop up, and they create different effects every time. Alright, so pretty much things he does with his Zebel spells and stuff is like Zebel Blast, where he pretty much, it's called Demon Lord's Roar. And Oga punches his opponent and releases a large amount of demonic energy that's strong enough to destroy a building. He can also put emblems on people, in which you'll see in this gameplay a lot, or like right now. And pretty much he can cause them to explode. Yeah, and he can do it in midair and stuff like that. He can also blow himself up to increase his speeds. So he also has Zebel emblem combos, in which he usually place multiple emblems and make them overlap each other, like you see right now, which causes the amount of speed or the amount of explosions to increase, as like that. So he has things like Demon Lord's Great Explosion, which causes chains of powerful emblems to explode multiple times. He could also create gigantic emblems which destroy huge amounts of areas. So this is kind of when it gets a little bit interesting. So there's Father Switch. It's a strange technique that he supposedly receives when Baby Beal is insulted and goes into a so-called father's. Okay, so now he also has Super Saiyan Switch. So pretty much it's a state that Oga achieves when Beal's maximum energy is converted into an electric aura and manifests its power through Oga's body. The increase in power bestowed while in this state is great enough to absolutely dominate a Fuji, who is fused with Satan. It's pretty much the main villain of the manga, and that's what they end off killing, whatever. His abilities were initially too hard to control while in this state because he is too powerful and unused to handling such power. But he was quickly able to adapt and learn to fly around in order to defeat the Satan/Fuji fusion. Alright, he's also learned to dispel other spellmasters' demon spells and stuff like that, and he could immobilize them. Alright, he's also a demon contractor, and he has a King's Crest, and he's a loyal spellmaster to Baby Beal. He has enhanced strength, so even without his demonic powers, he has been shown to be able to send people flying with his punches and even crush solid stone using his enemies. He has enhanced speed, so Oga's shown to be extremely fast, and without any abilities he's been able to chase a motorcycle going 50 kilometers per hour, stuff like that. He also has enhanced durability, so he's been able to take a great deal of punishment and hits from the strongest characters in the manga. So due to being shocked by Beal numerous times, he has grown a sort of immunity towards electricity, as shown when he was able to block Himikawa's stun baton, and that was 12 million volts, with no injuries despite the fact that the stun baton was said to be powerful enough to incapacitate a grown adult for 3 days. Alright, so to end this little part, the reason I like Oga Tatsumi personally is because he starts out very evil like and very demonic, which is kind of why he's with Baby Beal and all that, but he's always super tough, and he's never needed to really be stronger than he already is, but there's been a few points in which he's had to level up, you could say, and he always comes through and he's like really really strong. And I highly recommend Beelzebub because it's a gigantic comedy full of crazy adventures and crazy characters, and it's really amazing. And out of all the things I've said, doesn't really compare to when you actually see the real deal. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I really appreciate it. Thank you. And cue the music now.